Hey, how's it going, everyone? In this video, we're going to take a look at how we can use Google Vision API to detect text from different files. Let me just quickly go over some of the very important information. So first, to detect text from a PDF file or a TIFF file, and first of all, you want to make sure that the files are stored within a Google Cloud storage space. And if you don't know how to get to the Google storage, so you want to go to your Google Cloud Platform console and click on the navigation menu. And if you scroll down to the storage section, you want to look for storage. And here you want to browse. And very similar to Google Drive, I'm pretty sure majority of the people have used Google Drive before. One of the major differences with the Google Cloud storage, you're actually going to create a bucket. And here I create a bucket called my PDF123. So here let me click on the bucket. So my bucket name is my PDF123. And here I already upload one file. So the file is called sow.pdf. And here from this file you have the link URL. The link URL is basically the link to access the file. So if I click on the link, this is going to give me the PDF view of the SOW. And this SOW is a template that I download from Microsoft Word template. And we have 5 pages. So you can read. Okay, so here we have 5 pages. And so what else? Oh, and the limitation. When you scan a PDF file or TIFF file with more than 2,000 pages, the API is going to reject the file just because the limitation is 2,000 pages per PDF file. So in terms of the pricing, and with the Vision API, it uses units. So one image is 1 unit. For PDF files or TIFF files, 1 page from the PDF file is per unit. And every month you get 1,000 units for free. And that's everything I'm going to cover for the introduction. Now let's open our Python editor. And this one's going to be a little bit more complicated, but it's not too bad. To read text from PDF file, and like I said, the first step is you want to upload your file to the Google storage. And looks like I accidentally closed the tab. And let me go back. So here, let me go back to my storage. And pick the file that you want to scan. So I'm going to pick this sow.pdf file. And you want to copy this URI address. And so I'm going to just do a copy first. And I'm going to store this URI somewhere else. And you also need to install the Google Cloud Storage Python library. So you want to use the command pip install -- upgrade Google cloud storage. So for this exercise, I'll be using the storage module and the Vision module and the JSON format module. So the JSON format module is going to basically format the JSON output. And you also need to import the regular expression module and the OS and the IO modules. So to start, I'm going to create a batch size variable. And next, we need to specify our MIME type, so file type. And this is going to be application PDF. And next, we need to construct our feature instance. So from vision.types.feature. And we need to specify our type. So the type will be document text detection. And let me move this to the end. Okay. Now we need to create our input source and the destination source. So here the input source will be GCS. And this is going to be the URI where the file is stored. So here, here's the URI that I will just copy and paste. And here I'm going to create my Google Cloud Storage. So GCS stands for Google Cloud Storage. And here we're going to specify that our source is version, types, GCS source. And here we want to provide the URI value. And we also need to create our input configuration object. And from the input config constructor, there are two parameters that we need to specify. So one is a GCS source, and we'll provide the GCS source object. And next is the MIME type, so MIME type, and this will be this object right here. And that's for the input. Now we need to configure the output. So here for the output will be, let's do destination underscore URI. And the output is basically what the file name is going to be. So the parent prefix output name. So here I'll take this Google Cloud address. So there's no space. We need to remove the extra space. In here, let's say I want my output to be PDF result. So PDF underscore result. And I'm going to have a space at the end. Now here I need to configure my destination object. So GCS destination. And here we need to create our Google Cloud Storage source object. So URI is equals to the destination URI. And the output config object. So this will be vision types dot output config. And for the output, we need to provide GCS destination is equals to GCS destination. So this object that we just created right here. And also need to provide the batch size. So our batch size is 2 pages per file. And now we need to make a request. So async request underscore request. And here we'll use the vision module dot types dot sync async annotated file request. And we need to provide the features instance. And as well as the input config object. And the output config object. And let me just double check. Okay, there's no typo. And once that's done, so we need to create our operation code. So client.async batch annotate file. So this one right here. And we'll provide the request as async request. And we'll also need to process the result. So here we're going to give a timeout 3 minutes. So 3 minutes times 60 seconds. So it will be 180 seconds. At this point, everything that we just did was working with the Vision API. Now we need to work with the Google Cloud Storage API. So here we need to create a storage client. And from the regular expression, so I'm going to use the match method to look at the output pattern and separate the elements into different groups. So here I'm just going to copy paste the pattern here. And the patterns actually are provided by Google documentation, so I didn't actually write the pattern. Just want to point that out. So here we want to also provide the destination URI. Now we need to create a bucket name variable to store the folder name. So this should be group number 1, and prefix will be match.group number 2. And I also need to construct my bucket instance. So here, let me go back. And so this is my bucket, my PDF 123. And within my bucket, I need to find the file that I used to perform the operation. So here, get bucket, and I want to provide the bucket name. So the bucket name is just the folder name. So my PDFs 123. In Google Storage, they use the term blob to identify the output that is generated to an API. I might have to double check on this one, but anyway, so here I'm going to provide notes. So this object with the given prefix, and here I have the bucket object. Okay, so here I'm going to create a variable called blob list, and this is going to store a list of the outputs file name into this blob list object. So from the bucket object, and we'll use the list blobs method, and we'll provide a prefix value. So here we can print the output file name. For blob in blob list. So here we can print the JSON file output name. And in terms of the output, so I'm only going to print the first JSON file. And if you want to print all the JSON outputs, you just need to iterate all the items from the blob list object. So here, since I'm only going to print the JSON output of the first JSON file, so I'll store the name to the output variable. And here I'm going to create a JSON string variable to format the output. Should be JSON format. Okay. .parse. And here we need to reformat the JSON string. So JSON string. And here we want to provide the vision.types annotated file response. And now let's print just the first page. So first page response is equals to from the response, and I only want the first page. So here I'm going to provide the index value of 0. And actually I skip a step, so let me double check. Oh, so here I made a mistake. So the JSON string should be output download a string, and this will be response. And so here let's create the annotation object. So OT ATION, and taking the first page response, and we'll print the full text annotation. Now let's go ahead and just print the full text from the first 2 pages. So remember, actually, no, not the first 2 pages, the first page. Since I forgot, I store the first page text into the first page response variable. Annotation text. Okay, I think that's everything. Oh, should be 10. Let me just double check. Okay, now let me save the Python script. Oh, should run. So let me start over again. Let me close everything. And if I just press F5 to run the Python script, so here I got a expect google.cloud.vision v1. Let me debug real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I figured out the issue. So the issue here is from when I construct the GCS destination object, and this should be .gcs destination, not the source. And hopefully this time that'll fix it. Now let me try again. Okay, now I got another error. So there's no attribute annotate file response. Okay, so that should be an easy fix. Let me do this. So this is probably a typo. ANOTAT file response. Now let me try again. So save and run it. Okay, now this time I got an error response. So let me just manually run the code as a batch. And I think that'll be a lot easier to troubleshoot. So here we'll get the response. Okay. And so let me go back to the Google Cloud Storage real quick. So if I refresh the page, and here's our Json output. So here, if I just open the first file, it's going to ask me to save. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to save to my test folder. So if I wrap the text, and here's the JSON response, and we know we're getting the response back. So here, I wonder if the issue was just a typo. Response and response. Oh, I know why. It should be responses, not response. Now if I run this line right here, line 51, and that will, so that will print the response for the first page. Okay, now if I try again, so let me run the full program from start to finish. Alright, so here's the response. Okay, now everything executes successfully. Now let's take a look at the output real quick. So here from the print output file, so we're printing these three JSON output file, and so PDF result output 1 to 2 pages, 3 to 4 pages, and so on. And this is actually being created by the API. And the full text is what is important. So the full text is basically all the text that Google Vision API was able to detect. So here, if I open the PDF, and we'll just look at the first page only. So get so company name, and from the top, and company address, city, state, and so on, and all the way down to statement of work for a client name, dates. So this is the last line right here. And so if you look at the second line from the bottom, the services shall commence on date and shall continue to date. So which is the second line from the bottom right here. So this is everything I'm going to go over in this video. I know this is a little bit more complicated than other APIs, just because you need to understand the flow and the methods from 2 different APIs. And I'll post the Python script on my website. I'll link the link in the description below.